Putin will not attend the G20 conference in Indonesia because of assassination fears, according to a report. Some speculate that Russian President Vladimir Putin's decision to forego next week's G20 conference in Bali, Indonesia, was motivated by worries about a potential murder attempt. According to Russian political analyst and Putin aide Sergei Markov, the reasons as to why Putin is not traveling to the G20 are significant. There is a good chance that Putin will be the target of an assassination attempt by the secret services of the United States, United Kingdom, and Ukraine. Markov also proposed a scenario in which Putin encounters humiliating circumstances while at the conference. For instance, all international media flash a photo with a caption, "President of Russia is down on all fours," when some handicapped social activist pushes Putin down, as if inadvertently. "I'm sure some really insane Westerners are planning something like this," the author said. There have been more than a dozen probable assassination attempts against Putin throughout his presidency, and it is always a possibility, according to Rebecca Koffler, a former DIA intelligence officer for Russian Doctrine and Strategy and the author of Putin's Playbook: Russia's Secret Plan to Defeat America. Koffler stated that any claims that British or American intelligence would carry out the operation are baseless, and are a result of Russian misinformation, efforts to find a excuse to skip the event. In addition to security concerns, Koffler said, "My view is that there may be other reasons why he isn't traveling to Bali next week. The Russians could be putting up a trap in Kherson, according to intelligence signs." This week, Russia announced that it had begun removing its troops from Kherson, the only Ukrainian provincial capital it had taken during the conflict. While some see this as a retreat that could mark a turning point in the conflict, others are still wary, fearing that Russia might be laying a trap for an ambush. Putin will not be present at the G20 conference, according to a government official from Indonesia, avoiding a potential conflict with the US and its allies over his invasion of Ukraine. Putin's choice to stay out, according to Luhut Binsar Pandiaitan, head of support for G20 activities, was the best for all of us. Pandiaitan made the announcement after meeting with security officials in Denpasar, the capital of Bali. It has been officially informed that Russia's President Vladimir Putin will not attend the G20 summit and will be represented by a high-level official, and this has been discussed by President Joko Widodo and Putin in previous telephone conversations, Pandiaitan said. Next Tuesday's two-day meeting will begin with President Biden, Chinese President Xi Jinping, and other international leaders expected to participate. For the first time since Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February, Biden and Putin would have met at a gathering at the summit.